All right. How are you? Good evening to each and every one of you. Y'all didn't know I had started the stream yet, right? But I wanted to come live tonight. I'm trying something different. And just trying to figure out some of these things, honey, with how you do using this StreamYard and all these different things. And so just bear with me, but just know I'm figuring it out, okay? But I hope everyone is doing great on this Transaction Tuesday. I'm so excited to be with you. And so I want to talk about something that is just a really, really important topic. I think right now, and then if you're logging on, if you can hear me or not hear me, let me know, okay? But and thank you to everyone that is joining on today. And so, make sure you hit like and share for me, okay? Because I want to make sure that I'm doing my job. As one of the financial leaders in the community, I want to make sure that I'm connecting. And if you're here, say hello so I can see who you are because I can't see who's on, okay? So say hello so I know you're here. Don't forget to hit share. But so the topic that I want to talk about are the four homes of money. You sometimes may hear either financial advisors or just people within a financial realm talk about this, but I want to first ask you, hello. It just says Facebook user. So can you type in your name for me? I'm so sorry. It says Facebook user says hello. Your name's not coming up. Um, but um, but this topic, is very, very relevant right now because I work with some pretty amazing people. Hello, twin. That's my twin, y'all. She's on my twin. But we work with hello, Maria Ninja. What's going on? But I work with some pretty amazing people that are in various realms. You see Miss Latasha Norris, Mrs. Latasha Norris, she's on. She is in the real estate realm. Maria Tanksley, she's on. She's in the life insurance realm along with myself. And I have agents who are actually on my team that are in taxes, credit repair, but a lot of people are helping those within the community that have questions about retirement. What can I do to save, protect, and grow my money? And so on today, I just want to go over just some basic principles very, very quick. I promise you I won't keep you long because I have another Zoom. I have a Zoom after this. So please hit share because someone may need this information. And so we're taught where, if you really think about it, when we have money, when we come into money, or when we want to keep our money in a safe place, where are we taught to put our money? And you can type it in the chat box, right? It's the bank. And so what is one good thing about the bank? Well, if you look at my little chart here, I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself. All right, there we go. Look at that. I love technology. I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself, right? But one thing about the banks is it is good because guess what? Thank you, Vanessa Castro. Girl, I'm gonna have to enter you into the drawing. I miss you, my love. I hope you're doing well. And so we're taught to put our money in the banks. And one good thing about the bank is what? It is liquid, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a checking account. I do advise all adults, even children, to have a checking account. Okay. Now, also, what's another good thing? And you can just follow me along here on the chart. Another good thing about it is safe, right? We don't have to worry about if the market crashing, we will have a major, major loss, right, in the bank. Now, is there any interest? No, you're not really experiencing a high amount of gains in the bank. I think if you were to look at how your savings account is performing, you may be a little disappointed. I don't know. You may be a little disappointed there, but you may be at 0.00 something. I'm say 0.00 something, right? Okay, and then taxes, you don't have to worry about taxes, right? Now, what is another form? What is another form of having an income or a place where you can put your money? Well, you can invest into real estate. Okay, now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And we have some people here. Thank you so much. Vanessa said bank. Tasha said the bank. So now we're on real estate, right? Now we're on real estate. And so is your money, if you put your money into the real estate industry, is it liquid? Maybe not. No, because why? Because you have to make an investment and you have to wait to get that investment back. So, unlike the bank, you put your money in the bank, you can quickly take your money out. With investments, there's some work to be done, right? Is it safe? Maybe, maybe not. They gave a point 0.5 on the safety of real estate because you can experience loss or maybe slow seasons if your only form is real estate. However, we do have some really great investors, and one is on right now, Latasha Norris, who's a great investor. Okay. And so with the real estate, you do have to kind of know what you're doing. Okay. Maybe have a mentor so that way you know how to get that property moving. Okay. Rate of return. Yeah, I would say you definitely can get a rate of return, but you have to use a lot of wisdom. Okay, now you can't invest. You can't invest, 50,000, thinking that okay, I'm gonna get a $200,000. If I sell this property for $200,000 and I invested initially just cash 50,000. I'm getting $150,000 back. Well, there may be other taxes, and you have to include the work that you have to pay the workers, and there's other costs related. So your entire return or rate of return would not necessarily be that entire 150,000 because there's people that you're going to have to pay out just so you can sell your property. But you will make a return, okay? Taxes. Well, you're not really paying taxes on that money. Okay. Now another home. So we gone over the bank, right? Bank is safe. Bank is liquid, but you're not getting a high rate of return. Real estate is not liquid. There is some safety there, but you're still, 50-50 chance of a rate of return, right? Investments like 401k, dibbling dabbling in the stocks. Is it liquid? No. Dealing with 401ks definitely is not liquid. Heck, once you actually go to take your money out of your 401k, word to the wise, hear me. I hope you're listening. If you have an old 401k, thank you so much. DD Moore, I see you, boo. I love you. And Miss Ricky, is it Miss Ricky or Ricky? I see that she just shared. So thank you, ladies, okay, for sharing. I love you. Appreciate the love. But with 401ks, hear me about this and make sure you're telling people. If you have a 401k at your previous employer, but you're about to transfer jobs, you're about to change jobs, do you know that if you go and touch that money yourself, you're going to have to pay a hefty amount of taxes on that money? You're going to have to pay, okay? Do you know if you use someone like myself, okay, or my love, Terry Stanton, or anyone from our team, we have some amazing people on our team as well. If you use our organization to transfer your funds, do you know that you do not have to pay us? Do you know that? You don't have to pay us to roll over your 401k. And so that means that there's no quarterly fee being taken out. Also, if you use us to or entrust us with your 401k rollover, you will not have to worry about any taxation. Okay, so you won't have to worry about any taxation coming out of that amount that you roll over. Okay, we have plenty of clients who contact us almost daily about, hey, I have an old 401k. What the heck can I do with it? Because I'm afraid. So if you have any questions below about your 401k or anything like that, or any of your accounts that your money may be in, go ahead and put your questions below, because I want to make sure I give you the opportunity right now to go ahead and answer it for you. Okay, so the answer to, is the 401k liquid? No, it's not. Now, is it safe? 50-50. Why is it safe? Well, because you don't really have to worry about the government coming in to touch it. However, If there is a dip in the market, do you know that you will experience a dip in your or a loss in your 401k? If you have any investment going on right now, I'm telling you, don't just think, oh, my investment is totally safe. Listen, my friends, I love you. Listen, I'm not saying, hey, bring me your money so we can roll it over. What I'm going to say as a professional is check in on your money. If you have a financial advisor, they have not reached out to you to let you know the performance of your money, I'm not going to say it's a red flag, but I'm going to say contact them. Okay. They may have a lot going on. I don't know. Right. But go ahead and reach out to them and ask them how your 401k, IRA, mutual fund, ask them about those products because you have a right to know because they are getting paid quarterly. Okay. So you're losing money in those accounts anyway. If you have a financial advisor that you gave your money to go ahead and roll over or to see after your money in those products, guess what? They're getting money even if you get a loss. Did you know that? They will receive a kickback whether you have a gain or not. At least with us, I will say our clients do not pay us a dime. The companies pay us. Okay. And so the safety of a investment fund is not 100%. Now, I will say this is not a knock at like the stock market or anything like that because it serves its purpose, right? And so all I'm saying is if you may not have a strong enough palate, right? or have a high tolerance for loss, you may want to seek other options. The rate of return on investments. Guess what? You will get your investment. You will make a return. But remember, if your investment is tied to the stock market, whenever you go to take your money out, think about where taxes are now and the fact that inflation is up. So let's just say you had a 10% gain 2 years ago. That same 10% gain doesn't mean a hill of bean right now. Why? Because inflation is up. Cost of living is up. Gas prices are up. Groceries are up. So that same $1 2 years ago, 5 years ago, is not the same $1 that's being spent right now. Does that make sense so far? And Vanessa, I miss you too. I love you. All right. And then taxes. Are you paying taxes on it? No. Now, there is a fourth home of money. There is a fourth home of money, okay, that a lot of people are not aware of. And when I sit down with families, I literally feel like I have a cape on and an S on my chest, honey, because I get to flex. Okay, I get the joy of letting them know about the fourth home of money, the fourth home of money. Now, the fourth home of money. Hey, what's up, brother Elo? What's going on, my brother? And so make sure you share this video so we can help the people of Hammond, okay? Make sure you share this, dear brother, okay? But so the fourth home of money, just to recap, we went over banks, we went over real estate, we went over investments. Now, the one that we help you with are index products. Okay, what I love about index products is that you will have the liquidity of a bank, you will have the safety of a bank, you will have the gains or rate of return of the stock market. Okay, and you're able to file your gains. Okay, and so this product we normally present in the form of index universal life products. All right, where you are able to not only have life insurance, but you're also able to have a savings component. Now, we can't technically call it savings, but we're going to call it cash value, but it's wink, wink. It performs as if it's a savings, but it has the gains. You can have the possible gains of the stock market, but none of the loss of the stock market. So right here, you're going to get 4 out of 4 when you're talking about or when you're thinking about where can I put my money. And so when we sit down with families, my love and I, or any member of our organization that is linked to us, we enjoy sharing the information about the stock market, and about the index universal life products. Let me give you this little tidbit of information. So we're partnered, our parent company that we're partnered with is called People Helping People. Did you know that this company, when Patrick Bet-David founded this company, he took out six figures from his fourth home of money. His fourth home of money. Yes, he had money in banks and stocks and things of that nature, but he was able to pull his money out without penalty, without paying taxes, and he was still able to keep his life insurance policy intact. So this policy was a twofold. He had a life insurance policy that had cash value in it. And so he just withdrew the cash value to start the company. Why am I talking about this today? Because there is a myth that is going around that life insurance is not as dope as it is. And life insurance is one of the best kept secrets. You want to get to know a life insurance agent. I'm going to say this. If it's not me, that's okay, because God blesses my business, right? God brings man to bless this business, our organization. So I don't have to worry about who is for me or things like that. I'm just going to give you the information. So even if you are working with the agent already, ask them about this fourth home of money. If you want your agent to talk to me and say, hey, I know this nice young lady, right? And I'm going to say young, yes, because I'll be 40 years young in August, okay? But I know this nice lady who was talking about the fourth home of money, right? Facebook user, what's your name? It just says Facebook user. You said, absolutely. Yes, you want to talk to it. If you can type your name in, because I don't know what your name is, it just says Facebook user. But thank you for the amen, okay? And so I'm going to show your comment. And so with this is one of the best kept secrets. We have children. We're about to start additional policies for Xavier and Addison. Okay, this family has multiple policies. Why? Because we just believe in life insurance and the power of it. If I can't physically make my children a millionaire one way, I know of another way. Okay, if I leave this earth too soon, my children don't even if a GoFundMe pops up, that is not legit. That's someone trying to make money. Okay, our family would not have to go to GoFundMe. Also, your children, grandchildren, if you are a grandparent, share this live with the community, because there's fellow grandparents that you do not have to have your sons or daughters' permission to get a policy for your grandchild that will accumulate cash value. So think about it. As a child, and I'm talking about the fourth home of money right now, which are index universal life policies. With this fourth home of money, your child or grandchild can have a savings. So let's just say they're 18, 19, 20. They're in college, or they need a car. Guess what? They can have quite a bit of money saved and safe. So it's safe within this product, it's earning interest. And when they want to go to withdraw it, they're not being taxed nor penalized. So if you have a child, if you have a grandchild, talk to me today. Ask me how you can get a free quote today to help out your child or grandchild in the future. Or tag your children, tag your neighbors, tag your friends under this post, because guess what? This is information that we're not talking about in the Latino community, in the Black community. The wealthy, which normally, we are pushing, and we are definitely, when we're thinking of wealth, we are definitely pushing and making waves. So when people think of wealth, they think of people in the Black community, in the Latino community, not in just a Caucasian community. We are teaching right from where we are these basic principles. Something so basic can save someone from being penalized a hefty amount because they didn't know that they could have someone roll over their 401k for free. Sharing this live can help someone. They have the extra money. They have the $20 or $30 to start a index universal life policy for their child or grandchild, but they just weren't aware that they can help their child right now for their future. Also, we have 60, 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds where we're able to service for life insurance. So let me tell you, life insurance is one of the best kept secrets and one of the greatest homes of money. It's not to knock real estate because no one can knock real estate. It is what it is, right? We love to partner with real estate agents. Why? Because as realtors and investors are selling homes, hear me out, and you definitely want to hit share on this video, because if you know of a realtor or investor and they are selling homes, that home is not totally secured until a life insurance agent is able to cover that home under the umbrella of life insurance. Why? Because if something happens to that spouse, okay, who is giving towards his mortgage each month, something happens to them, then guess what? When they have to, go to bury that spouse, not only will they have money to pay off that home, but they also have money to pay off debt. They'll have cash value to pull from. If they just want more liquid cash, they want liquid cash, they can pull from that. If they don't want to just totally do away with the death benefit, I'm telling you, this is one of the best and greatest kept secrets that anyone can discuss with you. And we need to make sure that we are spreading this good news into the community. Even the living benefits portion of that, guess what? Even the living benefits portion of this policy, someone's trying to call me. I can't talk right now. But even the living benefits portion, let me tell you, there was a four-year-old little boy, and his family had a policy through National Life Group. He was 4 years old and ended up having a diagnosis. Well, guess what? You see right here, this I don't know if you can see my little cursor, my little marker right here, where you see the question marks. His parents got him an index universal life policy from birth. So he had been accumulating cash value since birth, okay? Something happened within his health, and this baby, their family needed money to pay bills. Guess what? Think about it. If you're a parent, are you trying to go to work? Can you even think straight if your child has a major diagnosis where they could possibly lose their life and they need a transplant? No, that is hard. You're going to doggone near need therapy, okay? And so this family of this 4-year-old had this index universal life policy. And do you know that when their agent caught wind of this illness or this diagnosis of that 4-year-old, this agent had to remind the family that, hey, you all have what is called living benefits. Let me check and see how much you've qualified for with your policy. Because with life insurance, you can use up to 90%. You can use up to 90%. Do you know, not only did this family not have to go to the community and do a GoFundMe. No one feels good about having to ask for a GoFundMe. It's the worst feeling. You just want to be able to pull from your income that you have and handle it, right? And so they were able to pay for his doctor bills. They were able to pay off some debt. Didn't really have to worry about work because the income came. Those 6 figures that they were able to get from this policy came from them just making the decision to put their son into a life insurance policy. Can you imagine the devastation of that family if they had not been wise and listened to the counsel of a life insurance agent and got their child covered? Hear me. We don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. We don't know what's going on in the real estate realm. We're not getting money from the banks. We don't know what's going on in the realm of stocks. But let me tell you, one realm that is undefeated. You've never heard about a life insurance company going under. Okay. And you won't. Okay. You have never heard that. And so, why am I sharing this with you? Because I remember when I first got into this industry, I'm a former CNA and makeup artist, right? Now I don't have my eyeshadow on, y'all. I just got a little lash, okay? A little concealer today, just a little concealer, okay? But I'm a former MUA. And so these things, these concepts were not being taught to me. When I first got into this business, I didn't even have life insurance. So if something would have happened to me, um, and I had a major diagnosis or anything, then my children would have been screwed. I would have been screwed. I didn't have the finances to take care of us if something happened. I was still trying to take care of my mother that was living at the time and my two children and myself. And so think about the people that you know and love, that you see every day, that that's not getting access to this information, that are seeing posts that we post, but they're just kind of scrolling by. And so with me, formerly, like I said, I'm former CNA and makeup artist, I just wasn't aware. And I'm so glad that my life insurance license allows me to help people save for their retirement, introduce new financial concepts to them, and help them save, protect, and grow their money. When I first got started, I was just looking for extra income. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When I first got started as life insurance agent, I was looking to be a part of her sisterhood, and I was looking for extra income. Well, let me tell you, by the time I had gone through some training, by the time I had just saw the countless stories of the devastation from when people did not listen to a life insurance agent, but then I saw the triumphs and victories of families that did, it brought me to tears. And I made a decision that I don't care if people think I am a bugaboo. I don't care if people don't want to hear me out. I am not going to stop crusading. And so you're going to continue to see me interview people within the community. You're going to see me continue to go live. And I am going to scream it from the rooftops about what we do, because I've seen the devastation of people not knowing this information. So again, when I first started in this industry, it really was because I wanted to be a part of a sisterhood and I wanted to earn an income, an extra income. But as time went on, and I really saw that I can be the superhero of my family, I can be a superhero of my community, and not for clout, but just as that person that's not afraid to follow up with you, that person who's not afraid to say, hey, can I talk to you about what I do? Because there's a difference. There's a difference between someone who is an opportunist, and there's a difference between and someone who is opportunistic. And so I'm what is considered opportunistic, meaning I'm going to take every opportunity I can to help. Even if someone is like, girl, I'm so tired of hearing from Miss K the Builder. I'm tired of hearing from her, right? But guess what? This information about these 4 homes of money, and for those of you who are just tuning in, let me tell you where the question mark is Index Universal Life products, where you can have your money liquid, is safe. You're getting a high rate of return, okay? And this is a tax write-off as well. And so you want to, if you want more information, I can send you more information, because I want to make sure that we are putting this information in your hand. If you need a quick quote, or Karen, I have an old 401k, but I'm afraid that if I roll it over myself, or if I dip into it myself, I'm going to be penalized. Yes, be afraid, because right now, with the cost of living being so high, and you're going into that 401k by yourself and not without a professional, you're going to lose money. You're also losing money every time if you have a financial advisor. I'm not knocking them in their craft. I'm just saying, whether you have a gain or a loss in your product with your IRA or your stocks or your mutual funds, whatever you have, If there is a loss in your account, guess what? You still have to pay your financial advisor quarterly. Did you know that? What I appreciate is I never have to tell a client or explain to a client why they lost money with me. Those are not conversations that we have. I get to tell my client that, hey, I know you see some things going on with the stocks and everything, but guess what? Your money is safe. Even if they didn't have a gain this particular month because the stocks went down, I'd rather let you know that you didn't have a gain rather than having to call you and say that you've had a loss. So if your money if your money right now is with a financial advisor, talk to them and ask them about safer products. If you would like for your financial advisor to chat with me, I will make sure I put my information in the chat below once we are finished, and you can have them contact me. I never mind talking to an advisor or even fellow tax life insurance agents. Why? Because we're all in this thing together. And I'd rather you be informed because two professionals are being just that and working together. So if you have any questions about anything that I just went over, if you would like a quote as to what this would look like for you, Karen, how can I save, protect, and grow my money? How can I not experience any loss? Or how can I diversify my portfolio? I want to keep some money in the stocks, but I like to take a small portion and keep it safe and just let it grow. And then in the future, whether I need it for myself or if I need a new car for my children, anything like that, I want to make sure that I have that type of product. So guess what? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone that has shared this information. And each week, I'm just going to talk to you about factual things, not things that I'm looking up, but things that are factual, relevant, and which will always be an on-time word for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, being my guest on today. And so guess what? That concludes my live for today. So in the words of Kate the Builder, right, which is me, okay? Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your business. Contact me. I want to talk to you. I want you to know how I can be of service to you and your family. Have a great day.